Oop wonders if he's the off for making his wife sleep on the couch. I am not op. Original post by you, account 2436 in r, Amethyst hole. Mood spoiler. Happy ending. Less than. Original. Posted 3 months ago. AITA for making my wife sleep on the couch? Me, 28M, and my wife, 26F, have a 6-month-old little girl together that still needs formula and milk. I work and my wife usually takes care of her. Whenever I get days off from work, I'll take care of our daughter and my wife can just get a break. Sometimes she visits friends or other times she just stays home and relaxes. 3 days ago was a day off for me, and for the week prior I told my wife that I was going to take this one day to myself after a long time of no breaks. Come the day of my relaxation, my wife wakes me up to tell me she's leaving to go out with friends and to take care of my daughter. She left before I could really say much and I was livid. I obviously can't just ignore our daughter, so I took care of her for the entire day and had multiple times where I was just sitting next to her because I knew something was about to happen. I was usually right in those situations. In some of my brief moments of freedom, I called my wife to tell her that she should come home and I would like some form of a break for one day. Finally, I grabbed a pillow and blanket and threw them on the couch and waited for her to come home. When she did, I told her next time I had a day off I'm taking a change of clothes to my car, so there is no chance of a repeat today. I then told her the baby was asleep and that I'm getting the bedroom to myself tonight. I went to sleep in the middle of the bedspread eagle style so she wouldn't move back in next to me. The next morning my wife told me that I was an off for doing that and bringing a change of clothes to my car next time wouldn't be necessary. I don't feel like I did anything wrong here, but maybe I did. So AITA? Edit. Apparently this needs clarification. She acknowledged and agreed to my day off. I take care of my daughter every morning, evening, and some nights. I do not only pay attention to her on days off. Verdict NTA. Update. Posted 2 hours ago. Update. AITA for making my wife sleep on the couch. Original post. https www.reddit.com/r/amethysthole/comments/uvxx7t/ida for making my wife sleepy on the couch / UTM source equals share and UTM medium equals iOS app and UTM name equals iOS SMF. So I completely forgot about Reddit for a while, but we had a discussion and admitted we were both being childish and need to do better for each other and for our child. My mother came into town 2 weeks after the post and wanted a grandmother and granddaughter bonding day, so we obviously took that chance to have a date night. My daughter has gotten much better with sleeping all night and it's been pretty good all around. Thank you all for the kind advice, and to those who thought we would be divorcing over something small like that, I wish you luck in your relationships. We've had more and more date nights when we can, and I think our relationship is at its strongest at this point. Reminder, I am not the original poster. This is a repost sub. When my wife and I had our second kid, we were both overwhelmed. Separately, we both felt like the other was not pulling their weight. It turns out there was just more work than 2 working people could handle. And we weren't communicating well anymore. We ended up having the mother of all arguments. But in the end we realized what was driving a wedge between us. The kids. We adjusted. We got a house cleaner. But just realizing we were on this whole thing together and still on the same team and not adversaries really got us through it. The first year of child. Super stressful. Lots of changes and lack of sleep. It's a lot easier to get into fights and be selfish when you're basically surviving. I wish them well. Not gonna lie, I feel like the wife was completely at fault considering the oop gave advanced info. As to the fact that he wanted a day off. Even picked a day only for her to then say that she was taking this day for herself instead. At last minute. Without any advanced info. Got this feeling that the majority of people commenting on oops posts and commenting in this thread don't have children. To those who thought we would be divorcing over something small like that, I wish you luck in your relationships. I mean, while Reddit can be an amazing critique and the divorce and breakup suggestions are justified most of the times, sometimes it really gets a little overboard. My wife said hi to me. OMG divorce. I was the one stuck at home with the baby with my very ex-husband ran off to have fun. I got a job, got a divorce, finally got happy. I wish this couple luck. Wise to nip that in the bud before it broke them up. The way how they handled and discussed the situation just makes me so happy, smiley face. Lol, that's not something to divorce over as a one-off. Reddit can be wise, but it can also be really crazy. Glad things worked out for those people. Smile. Wife was so selfish. I am a mom to 2 toddlers and breaks are so important for both parents. Sounds like she gets plenty. Oop definitely deserved one day. That was really childish and selfish of her. Glad they worked things out. Communication for the win. Ah, Reddit. Divorce. Wait, you not married? Break up. What? You not even going out together yet? Ghost her. Quote. As someone with a 6-month-old, I understand the stress of caring for a child those first few months. It is hard to not go crazy, especially if it is the first child and are still learning. There are times I would get frustrated with for thinking he wasn't helping. In reality, we were both trying our best while trying to maintain our sanity. I think grace should be ready to give in those early months. It is so much easier once you hit 56 months and can finally get some sleep. This is the most real AITA post I've ever seen. Kids are exhausting. And fun. But still exhausting. And you reach a point of cumulative fatigue as a parent when you just look for everything you can to blame. Is that wrong? Probably. Yes. But what are you supposed to do? You're allowed moments like that. What I love is how they got together, dealt with it like reasonable married folks, and grew stronger because parenthood calls for it. 10 out of 10. Multiple times where I was just sitting next to her because I knew something was about to happen. I was usually right. What does that mean? Does she have a medical condition? Coincidentally, most babies start teething at about 6 months old. I feel like both parents should get 12 A cards to use for the first year of parenthood. It would probably save a lot of relationships. How many commenters here actually haver kids lol? Without getting into who is right or wrong, I just can't imagine expecting an entire day off to myself, husband or wife, and feeling so entitled to it. That's just not in the cards when you have a little baby. Glad he got a bunch of support in the post. Can't even count the amount of times I have seen an exhausted parent just need to rant about something due to the stress. Many times it will be something that seems relatively small but becomes far bigger as they reach the end of their reserves. Also, these are often the small things they may laugh about later once things finally start to settle down. You know, when the kids are like 45. I have a 6-month-old and I can't not recall the last time I've slept a full night in my bed in the past 4 months at least. My husband used to switch off and on with me before he went back to work. Then I did it all and I've been back to work for about 2 months and have taken care of the baby. Every single night. On the couch. Man. I get it. You yell at one another because you can't yell at a baby for being a baby. Infants are stressful. I'd just like to point out that we don't really know what a break for the wife looks like. Oop just says, whenever I get days off from work, I'll take care of our daughter. He doesn't say anything about chores around the house. Of course, it could already be that they share those fairly between both of them. If not, a break for her just means catching up on the household without ever having a real break. Orbit really is just both of them being run haggard by taking care of a baby.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.